Three, two, one. Hey guys, welcome back to another episode of the Graffiti Black podcast. I'm Jameson, and today I've got a really cool guest with me. He is the host of U93. This is Sean Willey. So welcome, Sean. Thank you for coming.
Thank you so much for having me, man. This is awesome.
Yeah, this is really cool. I was really surprised that you were actually wanting to come on. So thank you.
Absolutely, man. Yeah, wouldn't turn it down.
Totally. Yeah, and I know we talked about a few things. Typically, this is kind of like a music podcast of artists and stuff. So I know you're not typically you're not releasing a rap album.
A little different. We're going to do it different today.
Yeah, but I'm this is still really cool just because, I would grow up listening to U93 all the time. It's just cool hearing your voice in there all the time. So now it's I got you here doing this. To me, that's really cool. So
good. Appreciate it.
Yeah, I know there's a few things I really wanted to jump into. One of them was, just with your background, getting into radio and what you're doing now. Can you give me a little bit of an intro doing that? And maybe if anyone isn't familiar with you exactly, just kind of fill them in and kind of go from there.
So people who are unfamiliar, some people dream of it. I meet a lot of people who are younger, middle school, high school, say, I really want to go into it. I was not that type. I wanted to be a veterinarian my whole life. Worked at vet clinics, pet stores. That's what I wanted to do. Then I got into high school and was like, dude, I've never been on the honor roll in my life. How am I going to get into these $100,000 schools and who were you a 4.0 GPA? So that kind of hit me realistically in high school. And I was like, hey, wait, I'm going to sports games and playing sports. I'm not sure if ever studied for a test in my life. So I was like, maybe that industry isn't for me. So as I got older and was like, I don't think I would get accepted to, I'm from the Detroit, Michigan area. So the big schools around there are U of M, University of Michigan, Michigan State. I can't get into those. So I was like, maybe that's not for me. So my dad owned an appraising company when I was real younger. So then I was going to take over that. But when I graduated high school, the housing market was kind of crashing, wasn't the hottest. So businesses were going under. Nobody was buying houses. Well, can't take over my dad's company when the company is struggling. We had a couple of franchises. We had to close in other states. So it was okay, there goes plan B. So one day we got a brochure in the mail from a school called Specs Howard, which is the #1 broadcasting school in the nation. And I was kind of out of options. So it adds you want to go take a tour, check it out, see if it's for you. And that is TV broadcasting, radio broadcasting, journalism, just everything. Behind the scenes, you want to be a producer behind the scenes. The director, all right, camera 1, camera 2, everything. So I was like, yeah, let's go check it out. So it took some entrance exams just to see if it was for me. Ended up qualifying for a scholarship. So got a full ride there. So I was like, all right, let's do it. And kind of in high school extracurriculars, I was always the presentation guy. Sports, I always wanted to be the guy on the mic in front of the class. Sometimes to do a presentation, some people don't like to be up in front of the class, I was always that guy I'll do it. And I never really realized, radio, TV, having a future, never put 2 and 2 together, never was on the map. Until I took that entrance exam. I was like, would I want to go into radio and TV? Qualified for it, took it, ended up graduating top of my class.
Wow, okay.
And so maybe it was meant for me. I didn't even know. And so I got lucky there. So if anybody listening is in one of those situations where you're like, man, I'm 16, 17, 18, I don't know what I want to be. I always go to a lot of schools and I do a lot of public speaking and career days and stuff. And I say, don't worry. If you're a senior, I was in the same boat, had no idea where I wanted to go, hadn't thought about it, hadn't sent in anything to colleges. It's okay. Sometimes your ducks will fall in a row. So never give up hope. I always tell people and keep getting out there. Sometimes things just fall into place. So that is how I get into radio school. A lot of people think like it's McDonald's, you just apply. Not so much in radio. I did go to college for it.
Yeah.
So I have a degree in radio broadcasting. I have a degree in television broadcasting. I have a degree in marketing as well. Just kind of wanted to cover all the bases. And I've always wanted to have what I call the sexiest resume in the room. So, you know, when you give someone a resume and you want to go, whoa, like, Jameson's got to go in. We got to, okay, this guy's going top of, he's definitely going to be top 3. I've always wanted that just to kind of wow. So went back and did a little more schooling and so did that and did some internships while in school so that I didn't have to, what I did was do it while you're in school so that you're, you know, have a backing, maybe you're living with the parents or whatever, so you're not getting out of college. Then you're just starting at the bottom. Start in the bottom while you're in school. Then when you're out, you got the skills, you're good to go with an actual paying job. So pay your dues in school. While you're doing it was kind of my philosophy. You know, after school, get out, 3, 4, race to the radio station that I was interning at in Detroit. Do it till, you know, 5, 6, whatever. If I was doing another event till midnight, work it. Get the coffee, do what you got to do to pay your dues so that you're good to go at 20, 21, whatever age you finish college or whatever, and can get that paying job. Yeah. So you don't have to pay your dues right out at the get-go and struggle.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay. So that's pretty much the nutshell of you getting into radio.
Yeah.
I didn't know you, like, I just wouldn't know that you go to school for radio.
Yes. A lot of people think, people just, oh man, I like radio. Can I just walk up, put an application? Not so much.
Yeah, I mean, I guess I just never even thought of like, does that or doesn't that not? But I mean, yeah, that totally makes sense when you think about it, especially like your personality has got to line up for it, you know?
Yeah.
So that's, you know, obviously you have the personality for it. You make anything sound like really upbeat. So it doesn't really matter what you're talking about.
Get into
It's
it,
like,
you know?
all right, guys, today we're doing this.
Love
Doesn't
what you
matter.
do.
Yeah.
It helps to love what you do. And and radio and TV, it's about comfort. So when you're coming in, you got to be honest. If we were to listen to some radio tapes from when I was, 20, 21, 22, I probably sucked. So like you got to suck to get through it. So it's okay. You're going to suck at the,
You're going to suck,
You're going to suck a little bit. I sucked. It's okay.
Yeah.
So you're not going to be great off the get-go. But it's going to take some, maybe you were funny, you were class clown. Honestly, that doesn't mean anything. When you get in front of a radio and the song is ending or you're going on TV and someone's going, you're about to be live, I can tell you right now, your brain, your heart, just your whole body shuts down. So like you have to be ready because people who are even in the industry, if you're just throwing up, sometimes you get tripped up. We all have seen TV bloopers. It happens. Your mind, brain, like it does its own thing. So it does take a minute to learn it, and you have to go through a rough period of not being real good and smooth, but then you get the comfortability and it comes out. So
with that though, have you ever had, well, I mean, I'm sure it's happened to everyone, but like, have you had anything happen like that where on air you've like something went wrong?
Yeah. Oh, yeah, it happens. I've done it radio and TV. A lot of times with radio and TV, things happen behind the scenes. So on TV, maybe like TV is a little more strict on time than radio. Okay. So like you go by hours. For like a TV show, it goes by hours. So there's segments. So say at the news starts at 8 a.m. is going till 9. Yeah. 8:01, 8 o'clock, you're signing on. Hi, I'm Jameson. And here with the U93 News. Then at 8:15, we're going to run a story under you. B-roll, Jameson, you talk over it. So everything's very timed. Okay. If something was to go wrong, video isn't ready, somebody messed something up, it happens on the fly. You need to go to an ad-lib. So they're going to go, hey, B-roll not here. We don't have the segment. We need you to ad-lib for 30 seconds to 2 minutes. So you got somebody in your ear. Things happen all the time. Okay. So you got to switch to plan B when there is no plan B. You got to come up with something. Hey, Jameson, how was the, we were talking about, photography. I went to make it up if you have to. I was at a show over the weekend and I saw photography booth, you do, something happens all the time. I've had plenty of stories where I've had to ad
Whip
lib.
something out.
Yep, radio. Songs have, because it's in radio, I have a million computers in front of me. One runs commercials, music, promos. This one's social media. This one is for calls, for live calls that come in.
Right.
I've had the power go out on me on the radio before. So I'll be talking, hey, U93, it's Big Perm. Up next we got brand new Taylor Swift and lights out. Okay. So everyone in the car, is texting in, hey, man, my radio went out. Things happen all the time.
Yeah.
Okay, U93, it's Big Perm. I don't know if anybody's listening right now. I think we're having a tower issue. But if you are, and I'll just make fun of it. Hey, is anybody listening right now in this storm?
Yeah.
289-93-93. What city are you in? What's going on? Is it rough? I'm here in South Bend. What do we got going on? Oh, Jameson in Syracuse. Trees down. Oh, man. Trees down behind my car. Oh, man. Hope you're all good, bro. Just things happen, man. Music, computers crash. Well, I'll be live on the air. The music will go out where I got to restart it. So I'm talking live on the radio because I can't turn it off because I got no music. U93, okay, and my computer just crashed. So this is going to take a minute to reload here, guys. That's awkward. You need to make it sound flowing. So much like the TV thing where you're like, oh, we got no B-roll. We need you to ad-lib. All right, hey, U93, it's Big Perm. So I'm not going to lie to you. The storm affects radio stations as well. So we just ran out of power. But so my computer crashed. So give me a minute to redo it here. And just come up with something. Okay. Because nothing's more awkward than you not having something. So a lot of it on the toes.
Yeah.
On your feet. Yeah.
And one thing I was curious about too is I know there's the bits where people will call in and give answers on stuff.
Oh yeah.
Do you ever? I've always wondered about that. I'm like, because I know all that stuff is like, or at least I'm pretty sure like a lot of the conversations that make it to air, those are like what 5-10 minutes old by that point when you're putting them on, or is anything like 100% live?
No, not typically live. Some radio stations and TV stations as well have what they call a delay button.
Yeah.
So if somebody does swear, you can just cut it and it'll take it back about 7 seconds. So at 5 to 7 seconds. So what you're hearing on the radio is actually 5 to 7 seconds delayed. So,
okay, interesting.
Yeah, so we have that button. We do not have a button at U93. We don't have a delay button. So I'm live, but the callers are pre-recorded. I talk about every 6 to 8 minutes.
Okay. I figured it was something like
that.
Yeah,
so about that. So so I have those programs. Got a million computers in front of me. This one is my caller one where I edit it up on the fly. So and the conversations that come in on the radio, not everybody that calls is radio ready. Okay. So not everybody you pick up is got kids in the car. It's a very awkward conversation a lot of times. Okay. You don't want to hear that. Yeah. Hey, U93, hello? Shh. Hey, you there? U93, hello? Nobody wants to hear that. Mm-mm. Cut the crap out. Get it out. Let's get to the meat and potatoes. U93, hey, Jameson in South Bend. What did your girl want for Valentine's Day? Oh, man. Get to it.
Okay.
People, it's like on the radio, they got stuff going on. They got places to be. They want to hear music. They don't want to hear me talking. So make it as short and sweet and entertaining as possible is kind of my goal.
Is that stuff where you're editing that or is someone else doing that?
No, everything is me. On my show, it's 100% me. So.
Oh, dang, okay.
Yeah.
Nice. When do you ever have like people that call in that are just like crazy?
Yeah, those are my favorite. Because, I mean, that's the kind of radio show I run is I want to be the guy that you tell everything to. I want to be your best friend. The guy that you feel, not everybody has a best friend or a person that like want to tell that juicy stuff to. Okay. I want to be that guy where you feel safe to say stuff to me. You can let it out. And so my stuff, I like to keep it real.
Keep it real. Okay.
Keep it real. Sometimes it takes a minute or two to get it out of someone. You might come in with a topic of it being Valentine's week here. I'll probably do a lot of this. Yeah. There will be a lot of exes? Does your man or girl really like Valentine's Day? No, they don't. What do they like? Oh man, they whatever. Or
Yeah.
all right, what's your biggest Valentine's Day fail story? Whatever it is. Oh, I had a guy leave me on a date once. That's a good call, and I could end there. I like to keep it going. Find out what happened. Oh, I don't know if you're ready for this. There it is. You just got to keep digging. So I keep digging till I find it. It may take a minute or two, but I got 6 minutes till I talk again. I'm a fast editor. Get it out. Well, actually, you're not going to believe this. I went on a Valentine's date. Him and I were on the date, and he kept leaving the table. And I just thought, okay, maybe he had to go to the bathroom or take a call. I ended up finding out he was at the other end of the restaurant on a date with another girl. And mind blown. Whoa. Now we got the good stuff. Had I cut off the call we left, I had a crazy date once. He just kept getting up. We could have ended it there, short and sweet. Kept getting it till we hit that money.
Right.
So, yeah, it was like the dig. They'll let people let it out.
Cool.
Yeah, make them feel comfortable. They'll let it out.
All right.
Just to me.
Yeah. Well, that's okay. That's really cool. You can edit those so fast.
Yeah. So you take out a 2-3 minute call, and we can make it 20 seconds with just, hey, U93, it's Big Perm. So what was your Jameson? What was your craziest Valentine's Day story? And hit it. Well, I was on a date with this girl, and she kept getting up. For what? I don't know. She kept going to the bathroom. I just thought she was texting somebody or something. I felt like she just was trying to get out of the date. Oh, okay. And then what happened? Cut it 2-3 minutes in. Dude, she was on the other end of the restaurant with another date. Bam. What?
Yeah.
U93.
That's crazy.
Yeah. What did you so how did you find out? Oh man, the waiter told me. You know your girl's on a date with another guy, right? Did you confront him? What happened? Man, I just left. I left her with the bill. I would have done the same thing.
I hate it when I'm being double dated.
Don't you hate that? Oh
sucks.
man, if I had a dime for every time it's happened to me, man, I'd be rich now.
Okay, you are a radio DJ.
Yeah.
But with that, I know you have a lot of background in music and everything. I know at one point you're talking about, working with original artists or being able to book them for shows. I know there's a little bit of a background there, so I also was curious to kind of dig into that a little bit.
Yeah, I used to do a segment called The Local Fix, and it was all Michiana artists, so nobody from outside of Michiana wanted to get the limelight on the talent that Michiana has. Working in Detroit radio, never did this. Working in Toledo, Ohio radio, never did it. South Bend, Elkhart, every city, man. We got some talent here. And it was so cool. And honestly, it blew my mind. It's kind of funny how you can know these people or you've met them, but you don't know their music maybe, completely. I haven't heard their whole album. Yeah. And there is just so much talent here. And it was so cool, not only to have them on and show them love, but to hear the song. So what I would do is would come on, introduce them. Hey, we got so-and-so originally from South Bend, living in Elkhart now. How long you been, and just really showing them love. How long you been in it? What made you go, you know what, I want to be an artist. All right, let's hear it right now. Talk up your new song, get them whatever song that they wanted to push, their best song, the one that they would want to hit the charts. They want to be famous for. So we pick that song, show it love, play the complete song, intro it up. Hey, so-and-so, here's my new song. I love you, girl. You're hearing it first on U93. It's The Local Fix. Boom, play it, come back. Hey, oh my God, that was good. I'm kind of getting and I would always have and a lot of people, it wasn't just ironic. They were that good where it was man, I'm kind of getting a J. Cole, kind of getting a Chance the Rapper. There was another guy who had dude, this guy was crazy. And he had a really interesting voice. And I was like, dude, no, not even blowing smoke. You sound like Biggie. He was crazy. And these dudes can flow. Some of them were R&B where it was these are better than my U93 songs. And those U93 artists are famous. So I just wish that I had the power to make these people famous because there is so much skill here. And it was really cool to let Michiana, who doesn't know about these artists, heck, I didn't know it, so the hundreds of thousands listening to Michiana might not know about them. So it was really cool to show them love, and I would just kind of cross my fingers that it would help and that somebody like a label or somebody big would be like, oh my God, this person was amazing, because there's just so much hidden talent here in town.
Sure.
It's really cool.
Yeah, and when was the year you stopped doing that?
Man, I was like new ownership, so that would have been a little bit before COVID. So what was COVID? 20, so probably 18 or 19. I stopped.
I remember over the years hearing about some title like Local Fix. Yeah.
Yep. So we did Local Fix. We did a couple of. So we have our U93 Party in the Parks every year. That's gotten a little different since COVID, but we're trying to bring it back. And we used to do a contest called the Local Fix Live, where we would have all those artists that I featured on the show, have them all perform live at the St. Joe County 4-H Fairgrounds on the stage, and people would vote. They'd have judges, and the winner would open for Party in the Park. So they opened for Ludacris and Fat Joe, opened for Nelly, opened for Snoop Dogg, which was a pretty cool platform. Yeah. So it was really cool to, it was tough because I get it. If I was in a competition like that and I lost, I'd be pretty heartbroken as well. So it was hard to not be able to bring up 10 or 12 of them when I wanted to, if I would have had my way.
Sure.
So it was hard to say, listen, you were amazing. And like your just whole thing, some of them had we're shooting music videos there. It was very cool. And it was really hard for the judges to not vote them. And I had no say. So maybe a little mad at me a little bit. I didn't have any say in it, but I would have loved to feature all of them. So it was honestly very tough because they're all so talented. Right. It's hard.
Yeah, no, that's really cool. I wasn't aware actually that was what that was for.
Yeah, that's the winner got to perform for it, and they'd be featured on the show again. So I would feature them the next day on the show, play one or two of their songs depending on what you wanted to push. Hit them on all my social media pages, all my big Perm pages, just the whole 9 yards. And then, usually we did that in July. And then by August, we have them on Party in the Park. Yeah. And they're on the marquee and they're on the icons with Snoop Dogg and, all that for Party in the Park. So
yeah, I mean, cool. Would anything happen after that? Would some type of label or anything reach out to them after that or something? If you're even aware.
Did they? I wasn't. Yeah. No, to be honest, I didn't. That's the hardest part. Is sometimes I'm just the guy that features them, and then whatever management or somebody else, has rules. Perm, you can put them on the show, play the song, just keep it short and sweet. But where I'd rather have this, where I could be like, hey, let's pull their song up right now and react to it live. Yeah. God, dude, this is so good. So. There are rules, unfortunately. But so I wish we could do more, but it's hard.
Yeah, I mean,
it's hard.
If you're, I guess what I'm asking is not that you guys would do that, but were you aware of artists that made it to that point? Would any labels or something reach out to them? Do you know if they would progress past?
I'll follow their career since they're doing better.
Okay, cool.
They're doing better. Yep.
And
some good opportunities, it looks like.
Well, that's cool.
Yeah.
I wasn't aware that was something that was happening because I've been getting more and more active, I think, over the past 4-ish years with, music in this community in general.
Nice.
So seeing stuff that was a thing at one point, that's really cool to see that because, you are right. There's a lot of different talent that's within, South Bend, the whole Michiana area.
Yeah.
For the kind of area it is, it's there's actually way more than you initially think there is.
Yep. And they're good. It's not just people thinking they can do it. They're doing it, and I've been in that situation. When I was out of radio for a little bit, I knew I had it in me, but no one would give me the time of day. So I understand with some of these artists who are out there going, dude, I know I'm good, but why is nobody picking me up? I've been there. It takes a minute. You got to keep at it. And I think sometimes you got to keep chugging. And sometimes that's hard. When you're frustrated and you're good and no one's giving you a shot, I get it. I get it. I know I'm good at radio and TV, but no one would return my emails. I'm giving you a good demo, but no one would treat me, like I sucked. I'm like, so I can understand it gets frustrating, but keep at it, keep pushing it out in the world of social media now.
Yeah.
Just, man, there's dudes on the corners of streets, and just do what you got to do.
Right.
Get out there. You never know.
And I know with that, you said you currently do not do the local fix anymore. Is that right?
No, I should bring it back, though. I got to talk to more bosses. Unfortunately, I got bosses, and I get no's as well. So there's just stuff behind the scenes. It's not just a simple...
Well, put on an artist, yeah.
Yeah, I'd love to be on TV right now. They know who I am, but can I walk up in there and get a TV job? No. You have to understand there's things that, there's things behind the scenes, and there's just more to it than, let's do it. Let's go right now. Like, there's stuff. There's just things and political stuff, and there's bosses at every job, and as much as I would love to, I got bosses too.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, but
stuff.
I mean, that is cool that at one point, though, that was a
but
thing you guys
it's
did.
in my ear, and, I'd love to bring it back so it's not completely gone. And
yeah, I mean, assuming that was, like, something reliable, where, like, you had people that were, like, doing that. Like, totally. Okay. Well, yeah, that's really cool. I love learning about that, and I did want to ask you about what you're doing now, but before, I haven't figured this out, so I wanted to ask now. How'd you get the name
Big Perm?
Big Perm.
Yeah. So I'll warn you.
Everyone wants to know.
Oh my God. So I'm going to warn you all right now. Much more boring story than they think. People are always excited and I tell the story. They're like,
amp it up.
That's it. So one of my first radio jobs out of college was in Toledo, Ohio. Went down first day on the job. They're like, this guy is a legend in Ohio. Just, take it easy. Don't talk to him. Your intern, Sean, come in. So first day on the job, this guy sees me and goes, who is this? Tell him, hi, I'm Sean. I'm, going to be new part-timer here. He's like, you are like spitting image of me. You've got lighter skin. You got reddish hair. He's like, when I was your age, I had a big red perm. This guy's 20 years older than me. So he's like, back in the 70s and 80s, perms were the thing. And he's like, same body, you are identical to me, but I had a big red perm. So we call me intern Big Perm, just as a joke. Well, it caught on the show. People liked it. So the older I got, and then I got my own show, and I go, all right, I'm already established on the morning show. Right. Hey, it's Big Perm from Johnny D and the Morning Crew. So I can do that, or I can I was S Dubs in college.
Yeah. Or
I can just bring in Sean, my real name. Not the coolest name. I like it, but it doesn't really set myself apart.
Okay.
So as I got that marketing degree in college, because I wanted to market myself. So that's why I took it. So I did this thing where I wanted to be memorable. So sometimes when you hear, hey, U93, it's Sean.
Yeah.
I'm horrible with names. I don't know if anybody else is. I don't know what it is. I'm so bad at remembering names. So I took that and I go, all right, there's not too many big perms. On social media, you don't know a lot. It's going to stick out. So I want to be, as I got older, I wanted to be a totally different brand. I wanted to be a brand. There's only one Prince, only one MJ, one Beyonce, one Lady Gaga. It's only one Big Perm that you probably know about. You know it. You know the one name when you say it. There's only one. Yeah. So you want to be...
At one point, though, I was like, okay, Big Perm. And then I was talking to you, I was like, is that the same?
Yeah.
Guy?
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
At one point, I was like, I did not know.
Yeah.
And then I was like, never mind. It's him.
Yeah. So I just try to be the one, just want to be different. Different show, different personality, on the air, different vibe. Like, dude, this guy just want to be different. Because in radio and TV, it happens. Some people just, go with the motions and just, you're on the air. Yeah. So I do radio every day. Sometimes you can get stuck in that lane, a little rut, and you do just kind of go with the flow. Nah, you want to have that killer show all the time. Everything be different.
Yeah.
I wanted a different name, different look, different personality, where you're just like, this guy sticks out. Not just the name. And the name, when you're hearing me talk on the air, I like to be a little tight and quick. I know listeners want music, so I try to get a little quicker, so I talk a little faster. Instead of, hey, U93, it's Big Perm out here with Jameson. A little slow if I'm being chill, but the music, you don't want to stop the station too much because people want music. So some of those music intros aren't that long, so I talk them up. So, hey, U93, it's Big Perm. Hey, up next, going to be talking to Jameson, runs a really cool, podcast. Had the chance to be on it over the weekend. We'll do that coming up in 6 minutes, U93. Right. So a little quicker talk. But with that, sometimes maybe people have kids in the car and they don't hear everything I say. Yeah. So they heard Big Perm, but did they hear Big Perm? Or did they hear Big Perv? No, I think you said Big Worm, Mom. So right there, I'm messing with your mind and you're talking about it in the car. What's the guy on U93's name? You listen every day. We're talking about Big Perm? I swore he said Big Perv today. No, it's probably Big Worm from Friday. So bam, now I got the whole family. Now you're talking to your coworkers, man. Mind freak, baby. Get him. Mind freaking, baby.
My Big Perm.
Marketing, man. Marketing. So,
nice.
Yeah. So, yeah. And then you wonder if I have a perm. So, man, I'm just always on your mind. And that's what you want. For a brand to be remembered, you want it on your mind. Yup. Bam. That good-looking face, this guy, you want it on your mind. That one good-looking guy, JJ.
Big Perm. What's up?
Jameson.
Yeah.
Yep. JD.
That is a dope story. That is cool.
First person to say that.
Yeah.
Usually they're like, okay, that's how you get.
Well, I mean, going into that and then also breaking
perm.
it down, being like, here's how that makes you stand out. Almost like, okay, cool.
Yep. You want to be the best at everything, right? It's what everyone wants to be.
Yeah.
You can't have the same name as everybody. Right. You can't have the same personality.
How many Seans are there?
Yeah.
Like 5. How many Big Perms are there? Not 5. There's like 1.
Yeah.
Well, technically 2, but because the guy was like, I had one, and then you're like, I'm going to take what you had and make it my freaking name.
Yeah.
So,
boom.
Got 1.
Boom, boom.
So that's really dope. Now, the next thing I wanted to jump into is you are, radio DJ, but you're also moving into, you're doing it as well, being a DJ for like events, like weddings, right?
Yeah, I started up a DJ company called Big Perm Productions, and I do everything from party consulting to MC work, which would just be strictly on the mic, and DJing as well now. I DJ events and did more events to start, and then I started getting wedding requests, which I was very nervous to do. Now doing weddings, so yeah, I made the step. That's the big one. So
yeah, because you were saying that you would get a lot of requests for weddings, and initially you were saying like, "Hey, couldn't do it," but now you've made the decision to actually like be open to those. So you are accepting a lot of like wedding DJs.
Yeah,
potentially.
I do anything now. Yep, I was a little nervous because weddings, it's arguably the biggest day of people's lives.
Yeah, and
people are real strict about it, and Bridezillas and all that. So I was like, I never want to ruin your day. I manned up doing them now, and hopefully making people's day the best day ever. So that's always the goal.
Yeah, that's great to hear. Yeah. So I mean, that's great you're doing that. I mean, because there was a wedding I shot a few months ago where I saw him had his setup and everything, and I was like, oh, okay, see, like he's doing weddings, so I actually got photographs of you there and everything. Yes. I still got to send those to you, by the way.
Ah, nice. I'm sure you made me look good, right?
Yeah, man.
In action.
You're in your element, just at the stage, at the table and everything, doing it. So it looks really cool. But yeah, that's great to know. So I mean, do you have like a website for it yet or anything like that?
I do most of my stuff. I want to be a little different because the interactions that I've had, situations I've been in, I'm bringing to this. I think there's nothing worse than going to a website and there's information, but there's not everything you're looking for. Right. So I give people I did a show a little bit earlier today. Did phone number, social media. I'm on every social media. I'd rather you just get it from the source instead of going to the website. Oh, I'm going to email. Hopefully it gets back. No. Go to my Big Perm pages. Hit me up on this number. I am open. Just get it from the horse's mouth. Okay. I got you. What do you need? What are you looking for? Because they only want one thing. They want the price. They don't care about everything else.
They want the price.
They want the price, but I customize every package because every event is different. Mm-hmm. Your wedding might be all day. So you're looking at, ceremony at 1 or 2 o'clock, but maybe we're taking a little break till the reception at 6. So like your thing's going all day. Some of them are just like, hey, man, it's my second or third marriage. We're just looking to be chill. We've been here, done that. We're doing 4 hours. We're just looking to party. We got land out in Rochester. Man, we're just the family, the friends. We got 50 people coming. We just want to party.
Right.
So I'm not going to charge a 4-hour wedding the same as I would for an 8 to 10 or 11-hour day.
Sure.
So I customize each one. What are you looking for? Well, man, we're just rockers. We're going to go rocker all day, whole night. Just real chill. No one's really going to dance. We just eat some good stuff while we're in our seats. All right. So that's easy. I'm not going to charge you a couple grand for that. And I like to make it affordable. I do radio part-time, man. I'm just trying to make your day. I know music. It's my thing. It's in my brain. I can make your day amazing. You let me know what you are into. I'm going to bring it to the day. I'm going to make it amazing. So I don't need to do $1 million it's not my day.
Yeah.
It's not my main thing. So I'm mostly here to make people's days and just make their day better. And because it's a big day. They want it to be fun. I got a little fun in me, so let's bring it, make it affordable, make it stress-free, and let's just do it.
Sweet.
Love to be a part of it, so I don't need to benefit and stuff. That's all.
Okay.
Yeah.
Cool. Well,
Helping people out.
Yeah, with whatever, links and everything that you want people to potentially reach you at, we'll stick them in the description
Big
of
Perm,
the video.
U93. Google it. They'll all pop up.
Yeah. Cool. All right. Well, that's pretty much what I was wanting to run through with you and just kind of get some more background on you as a whole. Yep. Is there anything else that while, we just got this going that you'd like to add at the end, or you feel good?
I feel good, man. I appreciate you just having me on here and, just answering any questions you got. No, pumped to be here.
Absolutely. Yeah. No, I appreciate you coming on. This is super cool. I got to learn more about you, origin of your name.
Thank you.
And so I'd love to at some point again, probably, in the future, probably have you on again.
Absolutely.
Cool, man.
Would love to. And thank you for the opportunity.
Totally.
Yeah.